Shalom. First and foremost, as always, with all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, as well as sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching its truth and all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Again, Brother Yasharan, this is a real quick video I'm gonna get into. Pretty much China is going through a serious situation, man. They've over the past 6 months or so, they've been trying to fight their currency sinking. Okay, the value of their currency sinking, and they've had to tap into a bunch of reserves to prop it up, to help out their manufacturing sector, because manufacturing is China's strong point. It's known as the world's factory. Okay, and when you have instability in your nation's currency, okay, it causes a lot of problems, man. There's literally been thousands upon thousands of factories closed in the past few months. Okay, so basically China's been going through a lot of their resources to try and prop up their currency, because you got to remember, man, China doesn't have the chief reserve currency of the world. When you have the chief currency of the world, the worldwide currency like the United States does, US dollar, you could do all kinds of things that others can't. Okay, you could print all kinds of money and not have to worry about it because the world is using your currency. But it's different for China. Okay, they're dealing with manufacturing crisis now, and they're dealing with a gigantic real estate bubble. I mean, there was trillions of dollars worth of ghost cities being built. Okay, and there is not a single person inhabiting or going to work in any of these cities. And China doesn't have the same consumer protections and regulations that a lot of other nations have. Okay, it's pretty much the Wild West mixed in with some communism. Okay, they don't have the regulations that a nation like or even European nations do. Not just the U.S. I'm trying to find other parallels, but a lot of these business developers or developers or real estate moguls in China were basically taking money from people to build properties, and they weren't even building them. And we're seeing banking crises now, manufacturing crises, real estate crises. Okay, and before I get into this article, okay, look at the 1-year chart on the Shanghai Index, which is the Chinese stock exchange. Okay, the 52-week range is 2,635, 3,400. Okay, and it just hit this 2650 or 2635 very recently, a couple days ago. Okay, but China has, been talking about doing some kind of stimulus package. I think they said it was $286 billion, but they're going to need a lot more than that. Okay. So Chinese markets are in turmoil. Okay, their economy is in turmoil, and it's going to affect Babylon, man. What do you think is going to happen because if you walk into like a Walmart or a Target or something, okay, the majority of the products on those shelves are going to be either made in China the companies that they come from are owned by Chinese companies. Okay, whether directly or indirectly. So a shakeup of China being the world's factory is going to have serious, serious consequences worldwide. Here in Babylon. Okay, here in Babylon. Now, there's been a push recently to bring back American manufacturing, but we know it's not coming back. This place is going down the drain. You know, they could do these little programs here and there that make it a couple percentage points better, but nothing even close to what's going to be required to have a reversal. Okay, because America used to have incredible production possibilities, well, and incredible production capabilities. They don't have that no more. Okay, so you could try and revive certain areas of the economy. Okay, but then you got to look at it like this: what do they have to do to revive those areas of the economy? They have to do serious reforms, and they have to spend money. They have to spend money that they don't have to prop up certain areas of the economy. Okay? And meanwhile, everybody is focused on this election. Okay, I wanted to mention that, and it's looking like the Supreme Court is going to let Donald Trump on the ballot. Okay? And if he gets in, he said he's going right after China, man. He's going to raise the hell out of the tariffs. Okay? He wants to make America an independent nation. Okay? So, but hey, let's get the scripture that just came to mind. Right? What are the scriptures saying? Revelation. Okay? Let's just play theoretics here. Okay? This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay? So the 10 horns is talking about what? America's pretty much closest allies, the EU nations. Okay? And the great whore that sitteth upon many waters is America. Okay, so how do you think those 10 horns are going to feel? Because think about it, man. America runs NATO, they run the UN, they run fucking everything. Okay, they're the one. These 10 horns have been following America and doing their bidding, whatever they ask of them. Okay, and you're starting to see little fractures here and there in America's alliances with these 10 horns. How do you think they're going to feel if all of a sudden they say, you know what, we're just going to be an independent nation where we're done being the world police. Let everything sort it out. Let everything sort everything else out. Or as those Edomites say, let God sort it out. Well, the Most High is sorting it out, with or without you saying that. Okay, and He's sorting everything out right now, and He's about to make this place desolate and naked. Okay, totally exposed. Okay, so just a theoretical. How do you think them 10 horns are going to feel if America switches their stance, saying, you know what, EU, you could deal with Russia yourself. We're done. We're done playing world police. Okay, done running the world. Figure it the fuck out, all you other Edomite nations. They're going to, it's going to be hell to pay, man. But that's more than likely not going to happen. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, because one of the things that Donald Trump has said, and if he gets on the ballot and the elections are at least somewhat fair and not completely, absolutely rigged, even if it's going to be tough to rig this one. It's going to be tough to rig this one because everybody's looking out for it. Everybody wants Trump, man. Everybody wants Trump. There were some of his biggest haters but we're swearing death on this man on social media. Fucking love this guy now. Okay? You have, what was it? A year and a half ago, you had colleges during football games chanting "fuck Joe Biden." Okay, and young people vote over 80% Democrat, man. And those are young people in those stadiums, man, chanting that. And that was a year and a half ago. It's way worse now. Okay, Trump has way more support now, especially with this uh this crisis with these migrants, man. That's hitting Democrat areas really hard, and it's causing a lot of people to switch. Okay, but we know that this could be, all just a setup to get him in there. Because if there's anybody who's going to have, I'm trying to choose my words properly here. If there's anybody here in America, okay, who's going to rule it with an iron fist enough to actually pull off martial law, okay, it is going to be Donald Trump. He's the only one who's going to have the public support to pull it off, and he's the only one who's going to have the chain of command below him fall in line, because just declaring martial law isn't easy. Okay, it isn't easy, man. You have a very high chance of a military coup or a change of leadership, or there'll be all kinds of insubordination if they don't have support. The military say, "Screw you, we ain't locking this shit down." So they need the right crisis, and they need the right man. Okay, and Donald Trump has overwhelming support in the military. Okay, Joe Biden is not going to have the political capital to pull it off. He couldn't even force he's not really a leader, man. People look at Trump like he's a leader, so they're going to follow him. And they're going to trust him in what he's doing. And he said his first fucking day in office, he's going to make himself a dictator. Okay? That's what I was getting at, man. If there's anybody, I know I'm going off topic. It's supposed to be about China. If there's anybody who's going to bring about martial law, I mean, who else could you think could possibly be president and do that? Kennedy ain't going to do that. Yeah, Trump has the support from the boots on the ground to pull it off. He has overwhelming support from police. He has overwhelming support from the military, from business owners, okay, taxpayers, okay, the biggest taxpayers. So if there's anybody who's going to bring about order and have to bring about wrath to do it, it's going. I mean, it's going to be Trump, man. I'm just saying that through the spirit, man. He's just got that spirit on him. Like he wouldn't play around if he really had to do it. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Okay? So we're going to be looking out for that time, man. Okay? And what could bring that time about? Well, an economic collapse. Okay? Because to do this economic collapse, man, when they do this economic collapse, you could bet that they're going to introduce that MOTB. They may not mandate it at first, but a lot of people, when they see their neighbors and their own families start to pine away from hunger and starve, they're going to jump right into that new system. What is the phrase? Pressure from above and pressure from below. Okay. Let's read this article real quick. Slack, I'm going off on a tangent again. Consumers China's consumer prices, and hey, this is from CNN. If I'm bringing out an article from CNN, it can't be bullshit. China's consumer prices slid deeper into deflationary territory last month, suffering their biggest drop since the height of the global financial crisis in 2009, underscoring huge challenges facing the economy. The country's consumer price index dropped by 0.8% in January from a year ago, according to the National Bureau of Statistics on Thursday. It was the steepest fall since September 2009 and marks a fourth straight month of decline. But analysts say the sharp drop was largely due to seasonal factors, and the downturn may have already bottomed out. Okay, and I doubt that. Okay, I doubt that, man, because they have a gigantic real estate bubble right now, and they still haven't figured out what to do about it. How does the saying go? That there's black swans everywhere. Okay. The MBS as well. Some economists said holiday demand in January 23, when CPI rose 2.1%, played a part in making prices this year look particularly weak. Here's what I was looking for. Beijing is scrambling to revive consumer and investor confidence as it fights fires on several fronts. Okay, this is what I was getting at, man. Their economy is facing a lot of challenges. Okay, we're not talking about one challenge at a time. Okay, talk about a bunch of, like it says, fights fires on several fronts, challenges in the economy from a bunch of different fronts, including a real estate slump. Okay, and this is the most important thing, because a real estate slump is one of the things that can bring down an entire economy. Okay, a bad real estate market. Okay, it's always a cause for a recession, man. It's always. It's one of the main indicators, man, how the real estate market's doing. Because you got to think about it, man. There's more money pumped into real estate than anything. Trillions upon trillions of dollars. Stock market meltdown and weaker exports. So you got to wonder with all these nations, if you watch any of not any, but a good amount of the World Economic Forum this year, they were talking about making these NATO nations as well as America more to bring back a lot more manufacturing. Okay, to source a lot more things at home. Okay, and that's going to affect China because they're a factor. Okay, well, what happens if there's competition? You know, like they were talking, like they had the CEO of Intel. He was talking to Klaus Schwab. He was talking about how they're going to start bringing back a lot of their manufacturing to America and to Europe. Okay, their high-end chips. He said that they need to start sourcing back in their home countries again, man. Okay. It fired its main stock market regulator Wednesday as anger grew over trillions wiped off shares in recent years. Yeah, it was something like crazy, like $6 trillion wiped out. Weak consumer demand last month also weighed on prices, the economists said. Food prices in particular were a major drag on the index. The price of pork, a staple in the Chinese diet. Hey, I know we talk about Babylon going to shit, but I hope China goes to shit too, man. You deserve it. I'm not trying to get this video flagged because I really want to say all kinds of racist shit, but or what the world will consider racist shit. Okay, because that's their staple is pork. They're the largest pork consumers in the world by far. Okay, they eat more pork than any other animal. Look at this. This is all fucking swine. Look at all this swine. A staple in the Chinese diet plunged by 17.3% from a year ago, marking the biggest drop among all consumption items. Vegetable prices slid nearly 12%. The PPI, which is Producer Price Index, which measures the cost of goods that factories charge wholesalers, decreased by 2.5%. Okay. Well, yeah, then they get into how prices are going to rise. Okay. Well, a lot of it is really because the government's going to be propping up the economy. Okay. But China doesn't have, okay, the advantage, like I was getting into, of chief reserve currency. Okay. And honestly, if you do your homework, man, China's in a lot of debt. The private sector's loaded with debt. Okay. Proverbs 22:16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want, man. Okay. And one thing is for sure, Babylon is guilty of this, but China especially. Okay. China especially. You think America is corporate. Okay. Yeah, America is corporate. The rich run the corporations and all that. But with China, okay, the government handpicks the corporations, man. Okay. They're in a totally different environment, man. They oppress the poor to increase their riches. Okay. They let factory owners blow up their factories to collect the insurance money, and they hide all the foul play under the rug. It happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. I know brothers have posted, myself included, videos of factories exploding in China, but when you really look it up, it happens almost every day. They kill all the people in the plant, and then the super rich uh, people that own the factories just open up another factory. I mean, I mean, in China, man, in China, man, they work the hell out of their workers, man, and they pay them shit. That's where a majority of the sweatshops are. They're in China. Okay, all that cheap shit, man. Meanwhile, a handful of people have profited from it. Okay, and man, their conditions. You brothers should look into that, man. Some of the working conditions of Chinese people, man. I mean, they get treated like straight up, man. They get treated like they're in a fucking workers' prison, man, when they're on the job. Okay, they get paid shit. They don't get no benefits. They don't get no. They don't get nothing, man. And they'll dispose of them. They'll literally dispose of them, blow the damn factory up. Okay, so it's pretty much fake, man. And then we have this happening here in America. Okay, in Babylon. Okay, these elite Edomites. Okay, oppressing the average day person, the average everyday person, especially Jake. Okay, especially Jake. Jake is oppressed through his own lusts. You look at social media, man, and Jake and the trends that Jake are into. Okay, That's why that's why he's mentally fucked up, man, and physically fucked up. Okay, here it is. So-called black people here in America make, you know, very small percentage of the wealth of this nation. But they're some of the most dependable consumers, man. Okay, he's going to get his junk food. He's going to get his Pepsi. Okay, he's going to get his Lay's potato chips and Doritos. Okay, and he's going to get his blunts. Okay, you know, and he's going to partake in all kinds of activities where he's just going to drain his money, man. It's just going to drain his money. Just being irresponsible. But Jake is oppressed through his own lusts here. You know, everything that's bad in society, all the bad products, all the bad food, all the bad habits, all the bad trends, it's directed towards our people, man. It's directed towards our people. And the ones that are in charge of that aren't just the elite Edomites. It's you fucking Amalekites, man. Okay? You imposters. You fakes. You know what kind of fake people I'm talking about? The J00s. Okay? Or the JOOs. Those people. Okay? So like I'm ranting too much. But it gets me fucking mad, man. How everything these elites do, they center everything around mentally or physically enslaving our people, man. First and foremost, Proverbs 10 and 15. I mean, the rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of their poor is their poverty. Okay. So when you oppress the poor and the average everyday person, man, okay, and you're a rich man, you're destroying that strong city. Okay. And that's why the Most High is starting to bring these nations down, man. Okay. How about YAHAWASHI starting to bring these nations down, man? The economies of these nations. Okay. Because they've destroyed the working class. And they've destroyed the middle class, man. The average everyday workers. Okay. Meanwhile, these elites who already fucking own everything, they're taking your crumbs off the table now. Before they were giving you crumbs, and it was all right enough to keep everything afloat. But now they want your crumbs. Okay. I read this one quote from this elite. All right, and they were talking about how giving away all that money, helped make a whole bunch of millionaires because they invested it properly. And this one elite was talking about how it was just making him sick to his stomach seeing other people do well. Like what the fuck is wrong with you damn devils, man? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you damn devils, man? It makes you sick to see other people do well. Uh, that's his mind, well, man. That's his mind, man. You know, they're their posterity prove what they're saying. You know, his eyes are privily set against the poor. It's in the scriptures. Okay, his eyes are on the poor, man. Like you haven't suffered enough. Okay? Like our people ain't suffering enough, man. Okay? But I believe I proved the point. And then let me bring this scripture out. First Thessalonians 5:1. For the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, we're looking, and a lot of these people are in this peace and safety mindset. Okay, whenever you bring out a article, yeah, it could be doom and gloom with them say, oh, it looks like things are getting better. That's what Esau's been putting in all his articles for years. Oh, it might be bad, but it looks like things are getting better. Well, they haven't fucking gotten any better. Economy was red hot in 2023, but for who? For who? Who is the economy good for in 2023? Maybe if you were invested in AI, you had a great year. But everybody else, you know, we were, I mean, we always knew that Esau fudged the numbers. Okay, but man, he's just been getting crazy with it. He's acting like this is the best economy ever. And it's fucking horrible. All right. Well, hey, I mean, the economy's good for them, I guess. You know, because well, hey, uh, anyways, at that, till next time, shalom. Peace and blessings. See you later.